Okay, we're going to go over what you do when you receive your magnetic backup camera kit. There are multiple parts in the kit. We're going to show you how to assemble those parts and then how to install it on your truck. First, we're going to take the monitor part of the system and install the sun shield on the monitor. This is the sun shield, helps to prevent glare on the monitor when you're using it. It snaps in first at the bottom, and then you just simply press in the tabs at the top to complete the installation. From there, we'll connect the power cord. The system uses a simple cigarette lighter plug and use the coil cord for the monitor. Just make a simple connection. From there, we'll connect the suction cup windshield mount. The way to do that is to take this T-bolt on the back of the suction cup mount, slide it into the slot on the back of the monitor, and tighten. And now that's ready to go. Next, we're going to take the extendable pole that comes with your kit. And we're going to connect that to the threaded insert on the camera. Screw that in until it's good and tight. The other part that comes with the camera is the charger cable. The battery on the camera has a very long life, but it is also rechargeable. So if the camera shuts off or stops working, you can use this to recharge. The camera does have a 15-minute timer built in, so it will automatically shut off after 15 minutes to prevent draining the battery accidentally. The rest of the controls we'll show once we get out in the truck. The suction cup mount to the windshield. All you have to do is get it flush with the windshield and then flip the lever until it locks into place. That will securely hold the monitor onto the windshield while you're using the backup camera system. Depending on the DOT regs in certain states, you may need to remove that while you're in motion with the truck. So we'll show you really quickly how to remove that from the windshield. You just take that same tab, flip it down, and it releases the mount. With a little, there you go, with a little influence, you can pull that off and then easily place it back on the windshield. Now we're going to connect the power for the monitor, and that's that cigarette lighter plug that we connected earlier. You're just going to plug that in, and that will provide power to the monitor. How to pair the camera to the monitor. The camera and the monitor digitally pair, so they only talk to each other. That way, if there are multiple trucks in the area, you won't get crosstalk between trucks. So what we're going to do, we're going to turn the monitor on using the power button, and then you'll press and hold the pair button on the monitor until you see the countdown start. Now you'll turn your camera on, and then press and hold the pairing button on the camera until you see saved data on the monitor. Once that's done, the camera and the monitor are paired together. You hear the feedback because the microphone on the camera is picking up the monitor. The camera actually also, along with video, also has audio. So now your camera and monitor are paired and should work great together. Next, we'll show you how to deploy it on the truck. Now we're going to deploy the camera on the back of the truck. You can see this is where the extension handle comes in handy, because we're going to lift that camera up in the air and deploy it on the side of the trailer here to give us a nice wide view from behind the trailer. Let's go ahead and put that up there. Now the camera is deployed. Let's go up and take a look at the view inside the cab. Simulate what you'll see as you're backing using the Trailercam. The driver's placed his cones out and is preparing to make a safe backing maneuver into his position. So now you're following on the camera as the driver makes this maneuver, and you are seeing what he will see, or what you will see once you've deployed the monitor in your cab. As you can see already, it gives you a much greater field of view than you can achieve with your mirrors alone. Now it's important to note, just because you have the camera deployed doesn't mean that you no longer need to use your mirrors. You should continue to use your mirrors like you always have, but this gives you in essence a third mirror to look at that gives you an additional view behind the truck that was not available before. So it takes care of that blind spot that used to exist behind your trailer, directly behind the trailer, that you can't get with the mirrors. That blind spot no longer exists with the Trailercam backing device. As you can see, our driver is finishing his maneuver here. Right to his cone per safety policy, which mandates a minimum 6 feet from the door. Now what we're going to show you next is how to remove the camera once you've backed the trailer in. Obviously one of the key components is we want to make sure that the drivers are able to safely remove the cameras and store them for next time. The best way to do this is to use your handle to get leverage to pop the bottom of the camera off and then rotate it to the right. And then you can safely lower the camera off of the trailer. Push the button to put the extension pole away, and now you can safely store the camera inside the cab.